Hey there, this is Mike with Bear Trek Adventures. Up a little bit different video than I've done in the past. Got about 2 days before I set off on the Long Trail. It's been a rough few weeks. Had a really bad chest cold, which I finally recovered from in about the past week and a half. And I've had some a lot of pre-trail anxiety. A lot of it dealing with this is my first trip, requiring multiple town stops with resupplying food. So to help with that, I've scheduled my first town visit 4 days into the trip in Johnson, staying at a bed and breakfast there for the fourth night. But this video, I'm doing my first gear loadout video. So basically I'm going to go through all the gear I'm taking on the Vermont Long Trail. Again, looking to do this in about 20 to 30 days. So if you're into gear, then stay tuned. If not, maybe pass over this video. Just going to go through my backpack, everything that I'm carrying, or for the most part, most of my gear that I'll be taking. And I'll also include down below in the description, I'm breaking down this video into different segments. I'll be going over my backpack, my sleep system, the clothes that I'm taking, and electronics and other, basically other things that I'll be taking on the trip. So if you're just interested in one particular type of gear, take a look in the description down below for the timestamps for kind of each section or segment of this video. So with that, I will get into it. I'll start out with my backpack. And basically, I've tried out different packs for my backpacking trips, but for the most part, this is my favorite backpack for multi-day trips. It carries everything that I need for I would say up to 3 season type of weather with up to 4 I could probably squeeze 5 or 6 days of food in it, and then all my water I need. So this is the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Junction 2400. Basically overall it's a about a 49 liter pack. Inside internal storage is roughly 40 liters, and then about 9 liters of storage on the outside. And then for mine, I won't say I customized it, but I definitely made a few modifications. The side compression straps, which are normally go over the side pocket, I've cut those off, not to save weight, just because they always get in the way for me. So I did that on both sides. And then on the front and back, I've added a lot of different pieces of shock cord, just for different reasons. The shock cord on the back, I'll use these. I got like 4, I think it's like 4 back here, 2 on the top, if I can get them undone. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And what I use these for is to dry out clothes throughout the day. Mainly I'll usually use these for my socks. So wet socks, I'll put through the shock cord here and then tighten it down so they can hopefully dry out throughout the day. In addition to the pack, I also have the Hyperlight Mountain Gear, I believe this is called the Versa fanny pack. I rarely ever use this as an actual fanny pack, and actually I've cut where straps around your waist. I've cut that off just because it gets annoying. But in here is usually where I'll carry my camera gear, my sunglasses, maybe sometimes a few extra snacks. But what I like about this pack is it has this big loop here, so it's really nice. Usually I'll run the sternum strap through it and carry it up on my chest, or sometimes I'll use the waist strap and then run the waist strap through that, carry around my waist. Or on really hot days when I don't want this thing on my chest or my waist, I run the side cord through it and just carry it on the side of the pack like that. all three options are really nice. So that's my fanny pack. In the front, I've also added a few things. The Hyperlight mountain gear, the shoulder pocket. This is big enough. In the front, I'll put my phone. There's a little stretch pouch there where the phone will fit in. And then the GoPro, I don't have it in here now, but the GoPro will fit down inside here. And this is also waterproof. And then on the right shoulder strap, I have a Waymark. It's their shoulder pocket, I think is what they call it. Basically, I keep a 700 milliliter water bottle in there, so it works nice for water bladder or a water bottle. And then on the top right shoulder, I have my Garmin InReach Mini for my tracking and communication when I don't have cell phone service. So that's all my different attachments or a few modifications I made. The inside of this pack also, it comes shipped with 2 aluminum stays. The stays that come with it, which provide like support to the back, weigh about 4 ounces. I found, and I'll include my lighter pack link below that has all my gear. I found some Easton aluminum stays, which are about 1/3 of the weight that comes shipped with the pack. They seem to work great. And then on top, I keep my sit pad attached. Basically, it's 4 pieces of a Z-Lite foam pad. I think it's 15 by 20 inches or so. I usually just use that for a sit pad. I also use it to do my morning stretches sometimes. So that is, oh, and then on the back part of the pack is this mesh panel and or mesh pocket, and in here basically I keep anything that I typically use throughout the day. I put in here. So I got my camp shoes in here, and then I have a dry sack where I keep I have my first aid kit in here, my rain gear, rain mitts, just some miscellaneous items in here. And then I got my umbrella, which I've been testing out this year. So far it's worked great, but I've only had a chance to use it a couple times. And then my camp shoes, which I'm always torn about taking these because I rarely ever use them, but Vermont is known for its mud, so I figured when I get to camp or into town, it'll be nice to get my feet out of the muddy shoes and socks. These are the Luna Leadville Pacers, I believe. They weigh about 9.5 ounces. It's one of the lightest weight pair of sandals I've been able to find. So, and then on the side pockets, on the right side pocket, this is where I keep my poop kit. So my trowel, toilet paper, dehydrated towels or wipes, that type of stuff. I also keep I have a Hydro Pack 2-liter bladder. Typically I only use this on long water carries. If I'm not getting to a water source for say more than 6 or 8 miles, or a lot of times I'll use this on my last water source before I get to camp. I'll fill that up. And then on my left pocket, so I typically do not carry an extra water bottle. On this trip, for the first section I am, the Long Trail up north is known to be a little dry, so there's going to be some longer water carries. So for that first 4 days, I'm going to carry an extra 1-liter water bottle. Typically, I don't have a need for that. And then my Katadyn Be Free water filter. This also has a 1-liter capacity, so I'm taking this as well. This is a new filter I just put in. My other one, I've been using it all summer and part of last year, so just wanted to start with a fresh new one because those water filters are not known for lasting very long. And then there are 2 hip belt pockets. I rarely use the hip belt pockets. I don't really like to carry gear in them. In my left one, I'll usually carry my my buff, and then on the right pocket, I'll usually keep a Ziploc bag, where that's where I throw all my trash throughout the day. So that is basically my pack and everything I carry on the outside of it. Okay, next segment of this video. Alright, so right now I'm just going to start unpacking this thing and show you what I got in here. So this is the food bag I'm starting out with, my nice Bear Trek Adventures food bag. Right now I got about 4-day food supply in here. Not about, I do have 4 days of food in here. It might be, I may have overpacked this thing. As far as, I'll probably have some extra food by the time I get to my first stop. But also inside here is my cook system. So along with my food. Alright, so I got multiple cook pots. This seems to be my favorite cook pot. This is the Vargo Bot 700. So this is a 700 milliliter pot. The thing I like about this and why I keep coming back to this pot is this has a sealable lid on it. This pot itself only weighs 5 ounces, which is still a little bit heavier than some of my other pots. But what's nice about it is because it has a sealable lid, a lot of people get these pots that like to cold soak their food. I have found I'm not a big cold soaker, but what is nice, I can use this as extra water capacity if I want. So I can fit, you know, almost 3/4 liter in here. So what I'll usually do is my last water source before I end for the day, I'll put whatever water I need to make my dinner that night in here. And that's why I really like this pot. So I'm starting out just with a small canister. And then I'm only shipping myself 1 food box, which is in the Rutland area, which is, at that point, there'll only be about 100 miles left of the trail. In that box I'll be dropping on the way up to Canada. I have another canister as well. I carry an extra buff just to kind of wipe up my pot when I'm done. And then I use this BRS stove. It's just a real small stove. I typically do not cook that much. Usually my dinners, and usually all I'm doing is heating up hot water. This stove, it's only, I think it's like 1 ounce, something like that. But it's just a very tiny canister stove that attaches onto the gas tank here, or isopropane tank. So that is basically my food and my cook system, and I've been using this setup really for about the past 1.5 years, and it works great. The other thing that's nice about it is if I don't eat all my dinner, which has happened, I can just seal this back up and then add some water and reheat it later on if I choose to do so. Alright, so something else, my Ditty bag. So I also keep this in my food bag. It's just kind of easy to get to. I just keep a few things in here. I like to keep these separate. These kind of smell, or they're smelly items. I keep it with my food bag. And I don't take that much, but I take enough. So on this trip, I'm taking the Picardin insect lotion. I'm not taking any bug spray, just this lotion. And when the bugs are really bad, or if I'm going through like high grassy areas, I'll put this on my leg to help repel the ticks. So I got that, toothbrush, toothpaste. And inside this tin, there's actually 2 things. So this is it's a combination of foot care and beard care. About half of it's a badger foot balm. So this yellow substance there, that's a badger foot balm. It's filled or it's made with all kinds of different oils and beeswax. And what's great about this is when your feet are soaking wet at the end of the day, you rub this on your feet. It keeps your feet from drying out. And then the other cream in there, that's actually some beard butter. And I found this beard butter, doesn't just work great for the beard, but it works great for the feet too. The main source in here is shea butter. So it also does a good job with, keeping your feet in good health. So I got a combination of those things. Both of them seem to work really good. And of course I got my beard combs, small comb, and then this is my favorite beard comb. This is I believe it's the Chicago Comb number 9. This is a great beard comb, love that thing. Some chapstick, and that's about all that is in my ditty bag. Alright, up next is my sleep system. So these are basically the 3 things that comprise my sleep system. In this dry sack, this is a Z-Packs, I think it's a medium dry sack. This is my Z-Packs Altiplex tent. So this was in my last trip video. And then my my sleeping pad I'm taking is the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. And then inside this, so this is a Hyperlight Mountain Gear pod sack. I actually put 2 of these in my backpack. The great thing about these for the Hyperlight packs is they fit the exact dimensions on the inside of the pack, so they help shape up the pack nice, to keep, keep everything, the pack kind of sturdy, or give it some shape. So one, I have this has my quilt. This is the Enlightened Equipment 30-degree quilt. I also have my my pillow in here as well. The pillow I'm taking is the Sea Summit Arrows ultralight pillow. It's the large size, but I will roll a clip showing you from my last trip, a clip of the Z-Pack Altiplex setup with the sleeping pad and the quilt. Alright, the next set of gear I'm going to go through is basically the clothes that I'm taking. So I break it down into basically the clothes I'm hiking in, and then basically all my other extra clothes, whether it's sleep clothes or just miscellaneous stuff. So I got my hat that I like, my Bigfoot hat, walking his little doggy. I like the Dirty Girl gaiters, and what's nice about these lime green ones is when ticks start crawling up your legs, it is very easy to spot them just by looking down at them. That in combination with the bright yellow Ultra Lone Peak 5 yellows, with those bright colors at the bottom of your legs, when ticks start crawling up, you can see them pretty easy. Alright, so I'm sporting the 46 Climb shirt. This is my main shirt that I will be hiking in. And then when I hit sections, when it's really buggy out, especially with black flies, I love hiking in these lightweight hoodies. So this is I've been wearing the Outdoor Research ones, but man, they do not wear that well. So I just picked up this Mountain Hardwear Crater Lake hoodie. It weighs a little bit more, but it appears to be more durable. So I like these when it's buggy out, because when the bugs are swarming around your head, you can throw on the hoodie. I like this better than wearing the head nets when it gets really bad out. And then Patagonia shorts, Patagonia Strider 7-inch shorts. These things are great. They're very comfortable to wear, and when they get wet, they dry out very quickly. 2 pairs of underwear, ex officio underwear. And then I'm taking, let's see, I got 3 pairs of socks I'm taking. I have the Ninja 5-toe socks. These I prefer to hike in, especially when it's warmer out. It helps with not getting blisters because it separates all your toes. And then I'm taking 2 additional pairs of socks. 2 pairs of the Darn Tough quarter cushion socks, reserving 1 as a secondary hiking sock, and then 1 pair to sleep in at night. Alright, so I guess I'm getting into some of my extra gear, or my clothes. Sleepwear. On the cooler nights, I will be sleeping in, these are the Patagonia thermal weight long johns, I guess. These are extremely lightweight for long underwear, but yet they are really warm. So these are great. Has that like microgrid fleece. They're only like 4.5 ounces or so, but for their weight, they're fairly warm. So I typically sleep in these unless it's really warm out, in which I usually just sleep in a pair of shorts. At night, this is my sleep shirt. This is a Patagonia Capilene trail shirt. So this is good for hiking or sleeping in. Gloves, I'm taking 1 thin pair of gloves. So basically I have these wool gloves that I've been wearing since this winter. Just on cooler nights, I'll wear these, and then if it really gets cool during the day and I need gloves, I'll put these on, and then I also have my Z-Pack rain mitts that I can layer over top that provide a little extra warmth. And then on the cooler nights for sleeping, North Face knit beanie. And then if it really gets cold at night and I need the extra warmth, or just around camp, this is my puffy jacket I'm taking. I have several puffy jackets, but this is definitely my favorite. This is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer 2. This is a fairly warm jacket for its weight. I think it's like 8.5 ounces. Extra roll of toilet paper. I will get into my rain gear here. So most of my rain gear that I use, I keep in my outside pouch. And I'm trying something new on this trip. Actually, something that I just did yesterday. So first of all, my rain jacket. This is the Montbell Versalite jacket. This works pretty well. It has pit zips in it. I primarily anymore just use my rain jacket for extra warmth or when it's really windy out, but works great in rain too. But it seems like no matter what rain jacket you use, you're either getting wet from the rain or from your rain jacket sweating out. But what? And then these are my Z-Pack rain mitts. These things are great. I'm surprised how warm your hands are, how warm they can stay with just a thin pair of gloves and these rain mitts. Those paired together, I'm good down to about 20-25 degrees. But something new I just did yesterday was I had a older pair of rain pants that I really did not like because they were so long and all I did was trip over them. These are the Z-Pack Virtus, well, they were the Z-Pack Virtus rain pants, and I just cut them off. I just cut them off yesterday to make shorts. So when it's raining out, I will just slide these over my shorts to keep a little bit more dry, or I might sleep in them, or I might use them for you know, town wear when I'm washing my clothes. That's what. So these, after I cut them off, it's only like 1.5 ounce. So I'm really excited about these. And then I'm still taking my preferred rain pants, which these are the Mountain Hardwear Exposure to Pack Light Plus pants. Man, that's a mouthful. These are really lightweight. They're only about 5.5 ounces. They work great. In the rain, they work great to, you know, as wind pants. They're very multi-purpose. So if there's cooler nights or I'm up on a ridge line and it gets cold, I'll throw these on. If not, again, I can use them for town if I'm doing laundry, if everything else is kind of stinky, I guess. So that's basically all the rain gear I'm taking. I'm taking a small first aid kit. There's just miscellaneous stuff in here. You know, I got a bunch of Advil in here when my muscles or my body gets all inflamed. I got earplugs in here. I got some patch kits in here for my sleeping pad. I got patch kits in here for my tent in case I puncture a hole. I got a little bit of extra line in here separate from my line I use to hang my beer bag. I got a little bit of fire starter in here, small pocket knife, just a little bit of everything in here. And then also kind of part of my first aid kit, I guess, is this pack towel. This is a fairly big pack towel. It weighs about 2 ounces or so. I always keep this for emergencies. Really what I keep this for is in case the inside of my tent is wet. So when I go to set it up, if I need to wipe it dry, that's what I mainly kind of keep this in reserve for. Alright, so that's all my clothes, first aid kit. So really the last thing I have is basically all the electronics I'm taking. So I have various types of electronics. So I'll start out, I got the iPhone 12 Pro. This is mainly what I, you know, take my pictures with. On the outside of this case is you can connect, it's the Polar Pro variable ND filter. So I just got this a couple months ago and it works great. I've tested it out. Basically the variable ND filter is like a sunglasses for your phone. So on the very on the bright days when the sun's out, you can, you know, kind of cut down on the glare and kind of like the whiteout photos that you see sometimes. But this is basically what it is. It's these little prongs here attached to the back of the phone case, and then it pops and then it pops off. So it's like just a filter for your camera on your phone. Alright, so I got that. Taking the GoPro Hero 9, and I've added it's like a quick clip to it, and so on my trekking poles I have this little attachment so I can attach my GoPro to the trekking pole if I want to, which I use that sometimes, not as much as I used to. And then I just got like a miscellaneous bag with extra battery for the GoPro, some cloths to wipe off the lens, that type of stuff. Ulanzi tripod with the kind of the quick clip connector on top of that tripod. That works out fairly well. And then basically a whole bag of miscellaneous cords. And then probably the most important thing in this bag, besides all the cords, is the Anchor 20,000 milliamp battery for charging on my devices. This should last me about 4.5 to 5 days from what I figured out. And then I got two plugs here. The small Anchor plug, and this is, you know, good for my my phone and some smaller devices. And then I have this Anchor, it's a 60 whatever, I don't know, it's a quick charge for the battery packs. This battery pack takes about 7 hours to fully charge. So that is all of my electronics and all the gear I will be taking, and hopefully get this thing done in about 20 days. I am not looking to rush through this. I am looking to take my time and enjoy myself, but at the same time, I also know that I like long days on the trail. I like minimal time at camp, and I just like to enjoy myself on trail. So thanks for following along. I will probably be posting my first trail video within the next week. I start this coming Saturday, and then my first town stop is roughly 4 days after that. So definitely looking forward to this trip. I cannot wait. So appreciate you watching and following along. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. This is Mike with Bear Track Adventures, out.